Hi, it's Lori Neverman from Common Sense Home, and today I want to talk to you about phytophotodermatitis, which until a few years ago I never heard of before. And so I'm sharing my screw up to hopefully save you from screwing up. And if you've run into this and don't know what the heck you're dealing with, well, now you'll know. So what happened was that a few days ago I was working outside, and there was an area that had overgrown weeds, mixed whatnot by the greenhouse. And I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and I didn't think twice about it. I just started reaching in and pulling back, hi Foofy, pulling back the weeds and then clipping them with this hand. Then a couple days after I did that, I noticed little spots showing up on my arms and legs. And I thought, well, what the heck? I must have gotten into ants or something, because the ant population is booming this year. And then as a couple more days passed, the little spots changed into lots of bumps and red streaks and itching and oozing. And I realized that no, I didn't get bit by ants. I have another case of phytophotodermatitis. We have Queen Anne's lace here, lots and lots of Queen Anne's lace. And our yard is kind of wild. And Queen Anne's lace is in the carrot family. And it, along with, no licking buddy, along with carrots and parsley and any number of other plants, can cause phytophotodermatitis. Figs, giant hogweed, that's one that makes the news. Lime juice. There's a lot of different plants. There's a post at commonsensehome.com/phytophotodermatitis that list a bunch of them. Anyway, so the exposure is a chemical burn. You need a number of, you need a number of factors to cause the burn. First, you have broken plant material. So you get exposed to the sap, and that sap gets on your skin. Then you have sun exposure. So that's the photo in the phytophotodermatitis. Phyto means plant, photo means light, so phytophotodermatitis, skin inflammation. So you've got sun exposure, plant sap, and then moist conditions. It has been hot and humid, and so I was sweaty as all get out. So perfect conditions to get this all over me, unfortunately. And I'm sure it's not something else, because unfortunately I've gotten into this a couple of times before, and where the damage is on my skin is consistent with me reaching in and shoving plants out of the way, because I was working, shoving plants out of the way with my left side and then clipping with my right side. So we're going to take a moment here and we're going to zoom in to some of the injuries so you can get a closer look at what the nastiness looks like. And I'm going to try and line up here for my son. And there are different areas. There's raised bumps, and there's also what look like bites where there's a blister. And as these blisters form, they will sometimes bust open. Like here's some ooziness, some clear liquid will come out of the blisters. And we can tell this is different because there's, you can kind of see where there's lines where the plant scraped across my arm. This goes all the way up and down my forearm. I had gloves on, so my hand is pretty clear, but this arm is all done. I got a little bit on this arm. I got some, can we zoom down? It's on my legs. So there's oozing bits on my legs. There's a couple bites here, a couple things here, and a couple around my other ankle. Ain't a kitty. The discomfort from this lasts several days. So if you get exposed, this is one of the weird things about phytophotodermatitis. You get exposed and the blisters don't show up until a couple of days after exposure. And then as time goes on, they actually get worse before they get better. So you've got a number of days of just really dealing with nasty, uncomfortable, itchy, burny welts. And there's a number of things that you can do. I typically I use plantain salve, and this is something I make up homemade. You can buy some online. It's plantain the weed as opposed to plantain the banana type thing. And that's pretty good for itches. If you don't have access to plantain salve, something with lidocaine pain relief, this is Aspercreme. You can buy that at most drugstores, and you can put this on, smear it on, try to avoid open skin, but smear it on the welts, and that will take the itching down because it's a topical, pardon me, it's a topical, what's the word I'm looking for? Anesthetic, duh. It's a topical anesthetic, so it numbs it a little bit. Otherwise, you can take like oatmeal baths, anything that's going to be skin soothing, so anything that works for bites and stings will help a little bit, but since it's a chemical burn, the sap and the light interaction penetrates deep into the skin, so it's not going to generally be relieved as easily as a bite or a sting would be. A plantain poultice or plantain salve will typically knock out a bite in a day, or even in less than an hour when I wrap it up. This stuff, I have not found anything that can ease the duration of it beyond several days. And then it takes the worst of the itching, the pain goes on for several days, and then finally it starts to fade. I had a little spot here that I thought that was going to be my exposure for the year. I was thinning out carrots, and I got a tiny little spot on the back of one finger. Well, that healed and is pretty much back to normal. I can't even tell there was anything there. So that was 2 weeks ago, I think. That's back to normal. This is going to take a little longer. So if this happens to you, like I said, limes, figs, carrots, celery, parsley, Queen Anne's lace, there's a whole list on the site. And yeah, patience. Patience is a virtue. This isn't contagious. It looks like it's some sort of pox or shingles or something. It's not. I only have it on those areas where the skin was showing and I was exposed to the sap. That's one of the big giveaways. So there was some kind of outdoor exposure, plant exposure, combined with the sun, combined with the humidity. And I have more information in the post itself and on different treatments, and I hope you don't end up like this, because this really stinks. It makes me want to chew my arm off. And if you have the unfortunate instance of running into this stuff like you shouldn't, yeah, I hope you feel better soon. Thanks for watching.